Boredom is a crime.
Cam Scott, otherwise known as NOTNOT. I love making things, so be it like art, sunglasses, screen prints for commercial purposes. Just always enjoyed, like, yeah, bit of craft. So yeah, I've taken that towards street art, probably most people know me for, but gallery context work as well. Yeah, just really enjoy the process of making. I don't like to put myself into like a particular box because, yeah, I find as soon as you say you are something and that is only what you are, you kind of limit yourself to grow and try new things. So yeah, if I can just say like I enjoy making things, I'm a maker, and yeah, put myself in like a more broad category. It probably works out for the best, I think. Breaking down of unnecessary distinctions between like craft and high art, because yeah, I think there is like a bit of a weird, I don't know, almost derogatory perspective that a lot of people see public art making as opposed to like gallery context work, because I don't know, one is high art, one is moral art, and I just see any creative endeavour as one and the same. I wanna know if you can get to that. I have just always enjoyed that like creative process, and art was one of the main avenues in which like that could come to be. So why art was just like I don't know, endless hobby turned addiction. Like we were talking about before. It is a very like mentally taxing position to be in, like, you know, inviting people to judge your creative output every time you make something. If not for art, like, would life be worth living? I don't think so. If it was all just about like practicalities and efficiencies and the no like culture or creativity in the world, I don't think I'd want to live there. Oh man, I made the like cheesiest Marilyn Monroe stencil when I was like, I don't know, 14 years old, and went down to Tamarama and just like found it so like enlivening to be out like at night with spray can or brom, like spraying this like horrendously cringe stencil on the side of the road. And for a long time I was like chasing that feeling of like the energy and the excitement that I got with making work, because I wasn't necessarily someone who like likes to sit at a table and like endlessly draw meditatively to like make themselves like feel better. It was always that like that feeling of satisfaction that after something's done, look at it and think like, I'm happy I made that, that looks great. That's what I enjoy most. So yeah, as I like progress, the excitement that you get from like putting works in public space maybe decreased a little, because you do it so much it just becomes like a bit of a norm rather than the thrill's gone. But that sense of satisfaction is definitely like what I'm after most of the time. That yeah, like you just feel good like knowing that you've like given the world something of interest. Some works I draw into myself and just think like, oh, I'm not feeling great right now, I'll do something that I love, and as a result like make me feel better about the work I'm making. Or something can be like inspired by something very practical in everyday life and you go home and you make a work about it. And then others, you have something that you want to make a work about and try to find a way to express it, and then eventually get there through like a lot of endless conceptual thinking about how you can turn an idea into an aesthetic.
We've lost dancing. This year we've had to lose our space. We've lost dancing.
I tend to make work on whatever interests me, whatever affects me, and for the most part, like, I came to this realization that social media was affecting me more so than anything else in my life. So I think a lot of the reasons I went towards making work about that was because it was having like a lot of detrimental outcomes on my own mental health. And if I can make people like more aware of those kind of concerns, then maybe it'll allow them to deal with those mental health issues as a result. I think street art especially can get like a bit, I don't know, blunt and one-dimensional in its approach to drawing attention to various issues. Whereas like if you leave it a bit more vague, leave it open to interpretation, it's often better art because it, I don't know, causes more diversity in the ways that people can read it. I think as I get older, that like, impulse to like push against people, like cause them to like really be self-reflective, is becoming maybe a bit nullified. Maybe I'm getting a bit soft in my old age. just like every time you're in one of those online environments, think consciously about like, is this a good thing for me? Am I just doing this because it's become like a habitual addiction like it has for me? Or am I actually like getting something out of this? And as long as you're like constantly thinking about like what the reasons you're there for are, you'll be surprised about how often you come to a realization like, oh, like I'm getting nothing out of this, why am I doing this?
We loved all these things that we took for granted. We've lost dancing. We've lost dancing. If I can live through, we've lost dancing. This next 6 months, we've lost dancing. Day by day, we've lost dancing. If I can live through this, we've lost dancing. What comes next will be marvelous. What comes next will be marvelous.
Thank you, Julia, so much for taking care of me in my like depressed, anxious, art-ridden anxiety states, because yeah, without you I'd battle.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think we're done. Good stuff.